MX89 here. It is January 22nd, and I am on my way to a Salida Fantasy Con. It's the first con ever in Salida, Colorado. It's about 90 minutes from where I live, possibly longer, since last night it decided, hey, we're gonna no longer be dry and barren and warm, you know, this winter here. We're gonna snow. So we're gonna give some winter weather advisory warning and all that, and create some snow and ice on the road. So might take me a little longer to get there, but I'll get there eventually because I'm not gonna drive stupid. So I got a budget that I'm gonna stick to this time and all that, and even I got a book to trade. So maybe I'll find my Amazing Spider-Man 654 there, or maybe I'll find some other keys that I want. So I will try and do a lot of filming. And so I hope you guys enjoy the show. Take care. So I've left Salida Fantasy Con. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Got some good stuff. You know, I spent exactly my budget and not a penny more. And so I will explain more when I get back to the house and start filming for the reveal video. So didn't do too much of filming, but definitely did more than I usually would have. So take care, everyone, and I'll see you guys in a bit. I apologize if I look exhausted in the video. Had a road trip yesterday to Salida Fantasy Con, and dealt with some weather. You know, going up back. You know, snow and ice going in the morning, and slush in the afternoon coming back. So, and then so I just went to bed late and had a hard time sleeping because my back just hurts like hell. I'm in a lot of pain. So if I look exhausted, it's because I have very little sleep, so I apologize. I'm going to show you the video, the comics I got and all that from the Salida Fantasy Con. So I went there with a $150 budget, and with the $150 budget and an extra copy I had of Amazing Spider-Man 60, Mr. Medusa hair color, so I think it was 62. Because I actually bought a second copy of that, so I took it for trade bait. So I basically got a huge stack of books here from one source, because there's two different people that were selling comic books there. That one I bought for 60-70 bucks with the trade-in, with the comic book trade-in. And the other one from another spot. So first off, I'm gonna show off this one. Since the guy is known as the Professor. He is from Mutiny Comics. It's a coffee shop, bookstore, comic book store up in Denver, Colorado. And I bought a bunch of $2 books from him, a couple other smaller books, but I get a couple of big books. One of the books that I couldn't pass up for 15 bucks was Fantastic Four 243. I don't get much Fantastic Four anymore except for the new stuff, but this is one of the comics that just cover classic, an image, iconic cover art by John Byrne. Just had to get it. Everyone Fighting Galactus. So I like that one. I bought New Avengers number 8. This is Wolverine joins the Avengers in the previous issue, but accepts the invite in this issue. So with X-Men not yet in the MCU, I was suspecting on this book that X-Men and Wolverine will join eventually, and then when they do, Wolverine's gonna join the Avengers. So I just see Wolverine doing that. I got the New Avengers Annual number 1. It's just the marriage of Luke Cage and Jessica Jones, and the reason why I bought it is presided over by Stan Lee. So, and Yelena Bulova becomes Super Adaptoid. But, you know, I thought really cool Stan Lee in the issue, so I get it. Sorry. Alright. Next up, this is the start of basically the $2 books that I got from him. Every other book I got from him is $2. I got New Teen Titans number 20. It is Robin or Jason Todd joins the Teen Titans. So figure, pretty cool. You know, get a small Robin key kind of thing. X-Men number 30, The Wedding of Jean Grey and Scott Summers. A wraparound cover, but can't show you that because I got a back and board. Pretty solid book. I don't know what the value is exactly, but this might even get a 9.8, honestly, if I submitted it. Alright. Got a bunch of Ultimate Spider-Man. Got number 59. Got number 66. '67. And I'm judging from the Ultimate Spider-Man TV show. They based off the comic book and all that. This is where Wolverine and Peter Parker swap brains. Number 68. Number 69. Number 78. 81. Part of Volume 2 of Ultimate Spider-Man is number 10. Number 9. Number 8. And then last of all, number 7. So I'm, kind of like the idea of collecting all Ultimate Spider-Man, especially now that I'm one book away from getting a complete run of Amazing Spider-Man. It's what's the next goal? Do I concentrate on keys in general, or do I concentrate on other things, like completing other runs I'm interested in, like Ultimate Spider-Man and Batman Beyond and things like that. So I'm doing a little bit of both, as you can see. And the last books I got from him were some Green Lantern books. I got number 43, a prelude to Blackest Night story arc where the Black Hand becomes a Black Lantern. Number 42, number 41, number 40, and my favorite book that I bought from him. Come on, stay up there. Green Lantern number 39. The first full appearance of Larfleeze, a one-man Lantern Corps of Orange Lantern Light. This is one of those covers that, when I think about Green Lantern, is iconic, or just draws you in and wants me, and I want. And pretty solid book, other than one major 2 ticks. So pretty high grade, 9.2, 9.0 maybe. But glad to have this book. So for $2, I like it. Good deal. Alright. That was the one booth, like I said, Mutiny Comics. The next one, they don't have a physical brick and mortar store. I think they kind of just do shows. They are Razor Collectibles. There you go. Getting there in Denver, Colorado. So their eBay page, their Instagram page, email, phone number. Pretty good books. They had they had on their display thing, they had like Amazing Spider-Man 7, Amazing Spider-Man. Oh, they had another low issue ASM. Number 6, Amazing Spider-Man number 6, I believe. They also had a 8.0 CGC of Iron Man number 1. They also had 6.5 Fantastic Four 52, first Black Panther. And one other big book they had, I can't remember. I mean, they had other big books displayed on the wall behind them, but this is their big books, big books. Anyway, so they have some good books there. Alright. Let's see. First up, the books I bought from them were a lot more $5, $5, $8 kind of a thing. There's only a few books here. 3. 4. Yeah, there's only really 4 books here that were like $2, $3 kind of a thing. The rest of them were like at least 5. But I found some Secret Wars books, so I got number 2. They're all direct, unfortunately, or unfortunately. Number 4, Stereo. Number 3, even though it was listed there. And number 5. So that leaves me only to get number 6 I need for the full 12 issue mini arc. I found Daredevil number 236, part of the Marvel 25th anniversary cover. And shout out to my friend, Southern Comic Geek, X-Men 282. First cover and cameo appearance of Bishop in the last cut panel. This one was fine, very fine. This one, I believe, cost me $25. But this is one of the books I listed on the keys I wanted to get. I list certain characters like Black Panther, or titles like Black Panther, Fantastic Four, Amazing Spider-Man, not Amazing Spider-Man, but Green Lantern, and then certain just keys I want. I go through key lists and all that and figure out which ones I particularly wanted. And Bishop's always one of the ones that are was cooler to me. And cool cover, decent character. So I wanted this book, and I got this book. A random Spider-Gwen number 26. Cool cover. So got it. I got a complete story arc mini issue thing of this particular book. Got Spider-Man and the Black Cat number 1. The Evil That Men Do story arc or line. This, I believe, is where Black Cat gets raped and she's gonna train herself to basically take revenge, or not to get that to happen to again. And her assaultant dies in a car accident before she could settle the score. But it's a cool cover. It's definitely a cool cover. Then I got, like I said, number 1, number 2, and number 3. I think $5 each for these. I mean, it's a cool Spider-Man related book, key, so I got them. Found 3 Batman Beyond books. I mentioned Batman Beyond is my favorite Batman. It's the only DC character I'm trying to get a complete run on. Got Batman Beyond number 3. And number 4. I think this is part of volume 4. And number 5 of 6, which is I think part of volume 3 or 4. I don't know. Batman Beyond has like 2 volumes where there's only 6 issues in them. It's almost like someone was trying to cancel the book, man. Alright. I picked these up because I'm kind of speccing. They're cool covers. Or I'm trying my hand at speccing, and get the cheap keys now. It won't be as expensive later. I picked up Black Panther number 3. First appearance of, and I apologize for those of you who might be of African descent, Zavari, or I apologize to anyone who takes offense of my pronunciation, a practitioner of voodoo. So I thought this one might, small key, got $8, but something about this title or this cover spoke to me, and that when Shuri becomes the Black Panther because Chadwick Boseman passed, may he rest in peace, that this might be a cover that gets value when she does it, because she's just really, really cool. But in particular, a key I spent $20 on, Black Panther number 11, first battle between Shuri and Namor. We all know in Endgame, when there was the earthquake under the African continent, is it a underwater earthquake set off by Namor? But rumors around with Namor making an appearance in the MCU in the next Black Panther movie or whatever, that if he goes up against Shuri, this particular book is going to go from $20 and skyrocket. So I picked up one book for my wife. She's not really into comic books, but she really likes the Captain Marvel, the male before Carol Danvers. And she only needed like 8 issues left to get a run of that Captain Marvel. There are 3 books there that I found, but this is the only one that was in my price range if I wanted to spend any money on myself. It is Captain Marvel number 28. So this is, like I said, this is a gift for my wife to help her complete her comic book run. It is the 4th appearance of Thanos, 1st appearance of Eon, the cosmic entity that created the quantum bands. So, pretty cool. Gift for my wife. And this book was the very last one that I bought there at the Salida Fantasy Con before I walked out the door. I actually went back for it because I had a little bit of money left. I actually stayed within my budget. I traded my book away and I spent all $150 budget that I set aside for this con. And this one was $20. I don't collect this character because I am not absolutely, I have to have this character. It's a cool character, interesting to see and learn about, but it's not a character I have to know or have to read. But I like it. At least I like the cover a lot. And shout out to Mint Hunter Comics, who is collecting some early issue of this book. So it was on my mind recently from when he did his video. But it is, I apologize. It is Swamp Thing, issue number 9. They graded it at a fine plus. Iconic cover art by Bernie Wrightson. This has a little bit of a fold up here. Some light stresses on the spine. But this is a solid looking cover. And like I said, this is the iconic iconic cover and how it looks. I decided to get it. And I'm going to try and do more painting of other things. And because I think I'm going to try and bring some of my paintings that I like to do there. See if I can sell some of my paintings, if anyone's interested. And I'm going to do a painting of this. I like how the trees are silhouetted, so it makes it a hell of a lot easier than trying to create a look of bark or leaves. Because other than some dripping moss or whatever, there's not really anything related to there. The water is simple enough that I can make it look kind of like I did for my ASM 33 cover swipe. I can make green water like this. The most difficult part of this is going to be Swamp Thing himself. A lot more detail-oriented bits of his arms than I did when I did Spider-Man or Kingpin, for that matter. So, very interested. Very cool. I like that. So, I may just get some more Swamp Thing covers if I come across them at the right price. Because that's kind of cool. It's an older comic book. I didn't notice this before until right now. An April cover month, which is really cool since I was born in April of '89. So, hence Mr. Comics '89. So, I guess it spoke to me more than one way. So that's my haul. Like I said, I drove 90 minutes there and back. Spent about 4.5, 5 hours at that con. It was a nice little con. I'm very happy I went. Had a great time talking to people, you know, finding out little things there. You'll see in the video footage, small little place inside the community center there, but it was nice. Yeah, that's my haul. Nice, simple, cool books. So you've seen plenty of the books there. You know, I could have bought several books. You know, I thought about buying a first Red Hood, or first appearance of Red Hood, Jason Todd Red Hood, from Razor, but decided against it. But it's really cool. I like it a lot. I look forward to it. The next showing, because he wants to do this show twice a year, so his next showing is July 31st. So I just might have to go back to that one. Alright, I hope you enjoyed the video. Take care, everyone. And I'll see you guys next time for the next video. Have a good night.